رائدا أعمال إخوة عم يبحثوا عن استثمار لعرض بديل مستدام في مجالات عدة.
Good evening, Sharks. We are Alina and Alhan, siblings and 2 of 4 founders at Earth Collective. Earth Collective is a sustainable material innovation powerhouse, and we're here seeking an investment of 1.5 million dirhams in exchange for a 5% stake in our game-changing venture.
Firstly, over 1 million tons of date seeds are produced and discarded every year in the UAE alone. We also found that the construction industry over here is heavily reliant on imported riverbed sand. We didn't see these as problems, rather as opportunities for us to come in and innovate sustainably.
And that led us to our first groundbreaking innovation, date form. Date form is a revolutionary solid surface material made out of roasted date seeds.
Sharks, we have even more sustainable materials as well. Introducing Rummel. It is our desert sand-based concrete alternative. Instead of relying on importing riverbed sand from different parts of the world, we find and use locally sourced desert sand available across the UAE. On top of this, we use byproducts from other industries to offset the amount of cement we use to bring it down to just 50%, making our offerings even more sustainable. But Sharks, don't let this fool you. Our materials are just as strong as traditional concrete and can be used to build the beautiful buildings that we're in and see all around us in Dubai.
Our sustainable solutions don't end there. Introducing Date Brew. This is a caffeine-free coffee. It is extremely antioxidant-rich, and it is also made out of roasted date seeds. Sharks, we have some in front of you, and we would love for you to try it.
We have worked with entities such as Samsung, Dubai Culture, a few royal palaces, large hospitality groups. We also supply our materials to the design industry and do end-to-end manufacturing of custom products.
We've received inquiries for about 1.5 million bricks to be produced and delivered in Q1 of next year, and we are currently working with industry leaders in order to propel our vision forward.
This year, we're on track to close over 500,000 dirhams in revenue. Next year, with the introduction of Rummel, we hope to surpass 4 million dirhams in revenue. Who's ready to join us on this transformative journey?
Alhaan, Alina, welcome.
Thank you.
Where do you manufacture? How do you manufacture?
Right now, at the moment, we have a third-party manufacturer that we work with, and that's how we were able to very quickly commercialize our materials and bring it to market.
Okay, and what I'm struggling with is your valuation, because you valued yourself at 30 million dirhams, and your revenue right now is just over 500,000, you said, and next year just over 1.5 million.
4 million.
4 million.
1.5 million bricks is an...
Sorry, yeah, 4 million. But your margin is, I mean, relative to your revenue, you'll be netting next year 1 million?
Yes.
So where did you reach the 30 million valuation from?
So with really high growth startups, what often happens is you take the net profit and you put a multiple of 60 or 70. We're taking an even more conservative approach, and we're giving it a multiple of 30. And that's how we derived our valuation with some of the experts that we frequently interact with.
This is very, very steep. I mean, to be very fair with you, from a valuation standpoint. So you need to really justify it in a different way. In terms of your existing orders, are they coming from private clients, commercial developers? Where are they coming from?
We're seeing a lot of renovations happen in Dubai now, so luckily our materials are being used and supplied over there. We work with, I would say, 5 different government bodies to create custom VIP gifts, and those are ongoing things. We're also in talks with a few different museums to have a consistent supply of these bespoke products.
What testing have you done already on those bricks, and to what extent do you have confidence that they compare to the conventional bricks?
So far, we've done compression testing, and we've achieved C15 to C20 strength, which means that we can be used for fairly tall and high buildings. A few other tests that are ongoing at the moment include fire rating, age acceleration, which looks at, how will this material deform and act.
As you are seeking this capital to build out your production facilities, what is the material science behind what you're working on, and is that capable of being constructed in such a fashion?
So at the moment, we have capacity to produce 100 sheets of date form in that specification per month. With this new facility, we'll be amping it to 200 sheets per month. Rummel is not something that we're commercially producing at the moment. So these bricks that you've seen in front of you are actually produced by hand. The investment will help us acquire machinery, which will allow us to produce up to 9 million bricks every single year.
I'll tell you my position. I absolutely love that you are building a unique, sustainable product with an edge in a very commoditized industry. For me personally, the valuation and the percentage equity, given where you are in your growth cycle, just doesn't make any sense. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass on this investment.
We appreciate your feedback. Thank you.
I just want to congratulate you. You know what you're talking about.
Thank
You're
you.
passionate and you have a good story. Not my industry. Personally, I'm out.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you
very much.
Really appreciate it.
From my side, if Amira is willing to put your bricks in some of their projects,
that would be amazing.
I'm definitely putting an offer forward with her.
That would be absolutely amazing.
But I need to know if she's interested in that.
قبل الفاصل إلي ونور انسحبوا من فرصة الاستثمار.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass on this investment.
Personally, I'm out.
يوسف ما أخذ قراره بعد، أما فيصل فاستثماره مرتبط بشرط واحد.
From my side, if Amira is willing to put your bricks in some of their projects,
that would be amazing.
I'm definitely putting an offer forward with her.
That would be absolutely amazing.
But I need to know if she's interested in that.
I love your product, and it's something that is definitely going to help the industry. From us alone, the amount of projects that we've launched in the last 3 years that are now going into construction, and the plans that we have over the next 2 years would carry a growth for a company like this massively. I think what I'm struggling with is your valuation. And so, to come back to what Faisal said, I mean, obviously, if he's willing, I would be willing to give you the 1.5 million dirhams with Faisal, but we would require 20% of the company.
Would you be able to come down to 10% and bring...
I think she's too generous. 30%. Amira's participation in this is a game changer.
I didn't give you guys an offer yet, but...
We're happy to listen.
We're happy to bring you in at 30.
I appreciate the invite, and I think Amira has a lot to offer. But we also know this industry really well, and our investors in some of the largest companies here. As much as I would like to collaborate, I think my offer is 1.5 for 30%, but as a standalone person.
So now, with all due respect to Yusuf's offer, you know, I think whatever marketplace he can represent.
Yusuf, defend
yourself. This is the developer.
We have the companies that we've invested in have the largest contracts in the world. And so, as much as I do respect my fellow sharks here, we're talking about a different scale. So the recap is you have a combined offer from Faisal and Amira, 1.5 for 30%. And my offer is the same, 1.5 for 30%, but as an individual offer.
Sharks, we really appreciate all the offers and we're really excited and we see the potential. It's just for us, we have certain partnerships lined up that could be taken on in an equity format and we'd be losing way too much.
I'm going to remain 1.5 at 30%, but I'm going to add 300K working capital facility.
You should ask yourself, do you need that working capital? Because when you have contracts in hand from the developer itself, you don't need the working capital because it's a guaranteed payment. You're not going to be running after the contractor or the developer for the payment.
Would you be able to come lower on the equity?
I think the offer that we've made is very fair because of the value add we'll bring, not just as investors, but as contracts in hand and potential growth of construction for the next 15 years. So I think with that, we're going to stick to our offer of 1.5 million for 30%.
Would you be able to come down to 25%? Sorry for jumping in.
25% for 1.5 million.
1.5 million.
if you come down to 25%, I think it would really give us that edge to just say yes.
There's a saying that I've heard that is 70% of a watermelon is still much better than 100% of a grape. And I think you should take that with a pinch of salt today.
We accept.
We're happy to take it on.
We're happy to take it
very
on.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to work
No,
with
we'd
you.
love to see projects.
Thank you for your belief in us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Having 2 sharks on, and in fact having 3 really negotiating with us was a strong validating point for us. It shows us that we've not been working on something that's meaningless. It's something that has potential, has value, and really can make the change and impact that we hope to have.
إذا الكوست ماله مثل ما قال competitive مثل الكوميرشال when they scale.
بس ما في عمل بنايات.
لا
يعمل بالبيوت.
بس احنا مثلا هالسنه عندنا 10,000 بيت بعناه.
في ينتج من هالكميات هذه؟
هي كميات هذه تستخدم in every construction site.
أرضك يوسف.
لا معلش
محاولة قوية.
في غيرها